Yo, it's your boy Keymon. And obviously you guys see that Misha Dex is not with us. However, I do have a guest, Mr. Jayson Wells.
Yeah, why you say it like
That's
that?
it sound professional,
I
right?
appreciate it. What's up? What's
Nothing
happening?
much, man. How are you?
I'm amazing, brother, as
Oh,
always.
oh, that's
As
good.
always.
Good to hear. So I was kind of trying to figure out how I wanted to actually start this conversation or this interview. I would just say
It's for
this
sure gonna be a conversation. Yeah, no doubt.
But who is Jayson? What give us a short background of growing up, where you from, where you been, where you at now. So
So it's wild that you say it like that,
okay.
because this is a question that I just asked my guys. So right now, in this, one of the things of what I do is coach basketball at this moment. I coach at Cal State Fullerton, as you know. And one of the questions that we've recently asked our guys is, who are you? Mm-hmm. And we've got these I am statements. I am 3 words, blank, 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 leader. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to answer that question of who am I with my 3 words that I came up with through the energy of the team. So I'm a bold, confident, loving leader.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Like that.
Those words. And each guy came up with their 3, and it was a cool activity to where we were up in the mountains. You know, we go up in the mountains and do our retreat every year. And through the activity, it was you're in groups of like 3 or 4, and the group is continuously asking, say you're in the hot spot. 3 other people, 4 other people around you, and you're saying, you know, who are you? And you say these words, and then who are you? And they just keep asking you, who are you? Who are you? And they don't get to a space to believe you until you say it in a way that make them believe you. I am a bold, confident, loving leader. I am a bold, confident. Like you start, and bro, it's a really cool experience, man. And again, to have you ask that question, I'm gonna answer it with that. Okay. I'm a bold, confident, loving leader.
And how did we land on these 3 words? Talk about bold, and if you don't mind breaking out each one.
Sure. Bold. You know this because of our friendship and because we're friends. But I'm in this space right now where I'll be 49 in a couple months. Okay. And at this space in my life, I'm just now starting to live in my boldness of, and frank words, not caring what the world is. And again, you've heard me say this because of our friendship, but when I say not caring what the world says or thinks, it's not out of disrespect to the world. It's at the ultimate respect to myself. Like I've lived a good part of my life dimming my light for what I thought the world was going to think of me. I want to be liked. It's just who I am. That's my deal. I want to be liked. And so part of my wanting to be liked was I can't not be 6'8". I can't not be black. If I'm the big black man and I come in bold and direct, and, know, I'm for sure be intimidating. And if I'm intimidating, then that's probably going to make you not like me. I want to be liked. And so I'm going to dim my light to make sure that I'm doing what I think I should be doing to have you like me. Exactly. You feel me? Exactly. Which is wild.
Yeah. But it's a true statement. It's a true statement. And unfortunately, you know, where we sit in the world today, I feel that most people would continue to dim their light just because of the hard conversations are happening around the world, or the lack of hard conversation, which then provides a gap of misunderstanding of each other. So walking in, just having that, hey, I'm bold, and being black, tall, 6'8", you know, obviously I'm not 6'8", but I can see that being the reason.
Yeah, and as much as we can joke about, you know, you being 6'8", but you do show up in a physical presence. Like you ain't 6'8", but you got muscles, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and here's the thing, bro, here's the thing about me. Again, this has nothing to do with the world. It's you actually have no control over whether or not somebody's going to feel intimidated. You could show up in the most docile, soft, if I'm even using that word, threatening way, and somebody could still choose to be intimidated. And so again, for me, not being concerned about how you gonna receive me. I'm going to be me.
Yeah.
And for me, and this is one of the most powerful pieces and breakthroughs for me, is stepping in what the majority of the world would even refer to as selfish, because I'm saying I'm about to look after me.
Yeah.
It's not about the world. It's about me. It's not out of disrespect to the world, but one of the biggest powers is the feeling of understanding. I've now given you a choice to decide whether or not you rock with me or not.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the most powerful piece. Let me show you me.
Yeah.
And let you decide whether you rock with me or not, knowing that everybody ain't gonna rock with me.
I want to ask this question, but one, because I'm curious, but also I remember you telling me your son had asked you this question when y'all was in going for a walk in Atlanta, how you speak to everyone.
Sure.
And he said, what happens if they don't speak
back? That ain't got nothing to do with you.
So fast forward with this boldness piece, what if it is intimidating? What if they choose to not deal with you or not do business with you because of that way? How has that affected you and your confidence in previous years versus now?
Yeah. Previous years I cared.
Okay.
And now I don't care. And again, that lack of care is like this phrase. I don't know where we are, PG rated, R rated, whatever. But the no F's given.
Yeah.
Where I'm at with that is truly cool. Yeah, I live in that mantra too. But when I say that, it doesn't mean that I don't care about anything. I don't give a F about anything. What it means is I'm not about to let whatever it is that can deter me from my peace.
Yeah.
Period. So you know what? I just don't care about that.
Yeah.
And that's what it is right now. And answering your question, I don't care. I don't care if you don't want to do business with me because of how I show up as me. Cool. We wasn't supposed to do business.
Yeah. That's it.
Simple.
That's a relinquish of giving it to faith. Like God's blocking us for a reason. This ain't.
It is and using that analogy, which has now given me the ultimate power of my most, the thing that I'm most obligated to do in my life and for me and the people that I work with is for me to be as deeply connected to myself as I can. So now when we start throwing around these buzzwords like authenticity, it's like I am showing up in my authentic self, and my authenticity creates a space that allows somebody to decide whether or not they rock with me.
Yeah. No, I hear you. And as much as I can say I try to show up in that space, it's still in the back of your head.
No doubt.
Like, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
Because you sometimes you want this opportunity so bad, whether, you might be in a financial situation where you're trying to force the issue, which you're coming out of your authentic self ways, which then ends up hurting you in the long run.
Yeah.
Right. And so I can definitely relate to that. So let's move. Go ahead.
Which you don't even notice, which is the perfect transition into the confident piece.
Okay.
Because now everything that we just said, so now me showing up in my boldness, me showing up, and again, the boldness is for me, me showing up in the authenticity of who I am and who I want to be, because I'm continuously evolving. But me showing up as that now creates this confidence of, because I know that everybody not gonna rock with me, I still get to move towards and attract the people who do. And for me, I keep referring to our friendship because I feel like, that it's important. Like you've heard these things. Sure. So when the listeners and the viewers hear this, this is what I've always wanted. Put the iPad on. Let's record our conversations. And that's what the world, that's what your people are getting. But now knowing from a number standpoint, the percentages of the people that I attract and I want to be around and that rock with me is actually, from a percentage standpoint, really small. I think of it as 2%.
Okay.
2 out of 100. And so here's where that plays out. And man, this is again a super powerful piece. 2%, when you're talking about people, there's roughly 8 billion people in the world.
Okay.
Population wise. 2% of that is 160 million.
Okay.
So if I'm focused on 2% as a number or 160 million. If I were to influence 160 million people, I created a nice little,
exactly,
I done done something, right?
Exactly.
And so that's what I focus on. I don't focus on the 98. I don't
Yeah.
focus on that large number who actually that 98 don't even rock with me.
Yeah.
I'm focused on the 2. And because now my energy is channeled into what I want and who I want to be around, those people show up in places that I can't even fathom, bro.
So obviously I know, you know, it has taken years to land with the bold, with the confident, but do you have any specific routines that you follow from morning to that kind of helps keep you grounded in this?
Yep. And just because we are who we are, you know, me and my word challenges. And so you said the word help.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with the word help.
Okay.
This is where I'm at.
Okay.
When I hear help, I feel the feeling I get when I feel the word help is I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't do it. And the word challenge for me is now I'm living in this place of support. So I find myself using the word support more than help. And again, you know me, I don't care what word you use. I just want you to know why you use it. And so this is where I'm at. So I find myself using the word support over help because now I can do this, but your support is either going to expedite it where I can do it quicker or going to help me. You know, it's going to provide space that I wouldn't have been able to get to. So, and so things I do, habits that I do to support who I am and where I want to go is every morning my alarm go off at 4:31. Yes, there's a reason that it's 4:31.
We're gonna
we can come back to it if we remember and if we got time. 4:31 every morning, and from 4:31 till 7:31, let's just call it 7:30, 8 o'clock, whatever. That first 3.5 hours is me. That's me. That's my time. I literally name it my prime time. Prime for two reasons. One, prime, like I grew up in Cleveland looking at cars that needed to be painted. They had that great primer on it. You know what I'm saying? So I got to prepare. If we're gonna paint these walls a different color, we have to prime it to change the color. So I am preparing my day. I'm priming my day. And then the other reason, or the other connotation for prime is premium. Like it's the prime time part of my day. This is the premium part of my day. And so that first 3 hours is when I do the stuff that most people say they don't have time to do. That's when I work out. That's when I meditate. That's when I journal. That's when I pray. That's when I get connected with me. In whatever way that may show up. And here's the thing about it, bro, is and I don't care what time you wake up. I wake up early. I don't care if you go to sleep at 4:30. What I care about is, do you do the things and have you created these habits that intentionally, proactively allow you to be able to connect to you, ground you to you, center you to you, get in alignment with you.
And as you're saying that, I'm going through my head like, damn, maybe I need to start a routine. And I feel like the best routine I've had that helped me stay grounded was when we were doing our calls. But this is during COVID.
We changed. They morphed. They were every day. You saw the 7 days, boys.
During COVID for a whole year.
Yes, sir.
A whole year. We woke up 5 o'clock. You were on East Coast time, so.
Remember, I started in Central, so it was 7. It was 7 because I went from St. Louis to Atlanta.
Exactly, but that's when I felt the most compelled to stick to the routine and felt the outcome of it, because that was the first time I prayed, because I thought praying had to be something
complicated.
And so from there, but now as you speak on it, I'm like, damn, it's time to get back.
Peep this, and it's cool because you know the person. So I'm talking to Lark.
Okay.
And she meant this is 3 days ago.
Okay.
She mentioned her 12-year-old daughter. She said she had a sleepover.
Okay. And
through the sleepover, her daughter's friends basically came back and told her, like, you're bossy. Right? And the daughter says, I knew that. I've been told that before. It's not the first time I've been told that. And she said, I worked on it, but then I stopped working on it. And now that I've stopped working on it, I feel like I'm doing it again. And I'm sitting and Lark is telling me this story, and I'm sitting here like the genius of a 12-year-old. The genius of a 12-year-old to know that as I work on these things, but when I stop working on it, I stopped getting good at it. I stopped putting it and bro, that's why I was so adamant about
Did she say what she was doing to work on it?
I don't know. That wasn't part of the story. Lark didn't say that.
Yeah. I wonder what.
And here's the beauty of that, though. Even you asking that question in that moment, she's 12.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, guess what it is? It's this shirt. It's simple.
Greatness is simple.
It's simple because her 12-year-old mind can't get but so complicated. Yeah. So it might be as simple as, you know what? Here's what I was doing, so I'm gonna do it. Here's what I wasn't doing, so I'm not gonna do that. It's really simple, but that's where, you know, the word challenge of simple and easy. It's really simple. It don't mean it easy though. And because here's what's the easy thing to do. The easy thing to do is get into a routine, realize that there's change and growth happening, evolution happening, and then stop doing it. That's easy. Oh, I didn't got good at this. Bro, I'm telling you, man, and I just shared this and then I'm gonna shut up for this part. Practice the word. I'm obsessed with the word practice. I'm obsessed with the word practice, and I'm obsessed with it from the standpoint that has shown up in my life, which is as an athlete. Yeah. Because as an athlete, you don't get to the NBA and stop going to practice. You don't make it to the NHL, the MLB. You don't make it to the pros and stop going to practice. So practice is something that's consistently happening. Yeah. So because there's always practice, that means I've never arrived. Yeah. And that's the way this thing is. I've never arrived. And bro, I'm obsessed. The same way that I was obsessed with the development of my athletic career, I'm obsessed with the development of my life. Yeah. I'm obsessed with figuring who am I? Who can I be? How good can I get?
So where do you feel like you find the most motivation to create these nuggets, follow through routine? Like, where are we talking life experience that kind of has pushed you towards? Because you mentioned practice. Obviously, I know being an athlete and everything like that, but also I know you had some struggling moments during that time, or some not
challenging.
Yeah, challenging moments.
Obstacles.
So where does the motivation come from to kind of keep this?
I'm laughing because you can say however many more words you want to say, and my answer is gonna stay the same. The answer is gonna be yes. Yeah. Like you ain't answering. You're not asking me a yes or no question, but my answer is yes. All of that. Yeah. All of that. Yeah. All of that. Yeah. Like, that to me is again the beauty of these things, the triumphs, the tragedies, the obstacles, the highs, the lows, the peaks, the valleys. Bro, I saw this analogy, man, and this is one of those things where, you know, I'm pot all day. The realest I never wrote right here. If you connect your heart to a machine in a hospital, what's that thing gonna do? Boom, 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 boom. Whatever it is, boom, 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 right? Yeah. You don't want that thing to be straight, do you?
Not at all.
If it's straight, that ain't.
It's so different. Yeah.
And think about that as an analogy of life. I got goosebumps saying that, bro. Like think about that, man. Doom, 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 doom. Like there's gonna be highs, there's gonna be lows, but this thing is gonna move up and down. I don't want it to be flat. It's through the highs that I learn. It's through the lows that I learn. It's through everything in between that I learn. So I look at it as everything is an opportunity to learn. I'm talking to my 18-year-old son earlier today about exactly that. Hey, man, cool. You're at this point in life right now. What is your opportunity to learn?
Do you feel that it naturally comes off when you're talking to your son?
It's different. It's different. I understand. I'm dad. I'm dad. There's gonna be a bunch of stuff that he ain't just. I don't want to hear that. It's dad. I don't want to hear that.
I know when I need the real answer, I'm gonna call you.
Yeah.
And sometimes that real answer is not doesn't feel well. But
you knew it's the reason you called, bro. I use you as an example when I'm talking to other people. Like when I make reference to, I have people who call me that Well, in the middle, man, I don't even know why I called you because you ain't about to tell me what I want to hear. No, which is exactly why you called. I don't give advice. I don't give advice, and that's the cool thing about.
But those be the blessings. I feel like most people, and I'm very blessed to have someone like you on that I can just pick up and call in these moments, because again, it's through the highs and the lows that you learn. Get motivated, and it gives you a choice.
Yes.
It gives you a choice to make a decision whether you want to keep on that path or you want to shimmy a little bit and go a different way.
Cool.
But having someone that's very real and authentic with their approach helps, because God damn it.
Yeah.
Because then you might come back a few days later and say, hey, so what did you?
Yeah, what you come up with? What you land on?
And I'm gonna put my head down like,
that's what I kept doing. Cool. And this is where the beauty and man, I'm in this place right now where I'm really challenged in even calling it coaching. Like, it's conversation, it's connection. Yes, it's coaching, but as much as you learning from me, I'm learning from you. But being in this place of the choice was made. The space was created for you to be able to see something different through a different perspective, a different perception, whatever. And then there was a space that was created for a choice to be made. And you made that choice. Hey, guess what? Cool. That's and whatever it was, which is again going back to just what I was sharing as we were going through the conversation. I don't give advice because for me, advice, I'm not about to tell you what to do. I ain't about to tell you what to do and it work out how you want it to and you giving me credit. I ain't about to tell you what to do and it don't and you blaming me. I ain't about to do none of that. When you come to me and ask me something, I'm going to ask you a series of questions that's going to point you back to you. Hey, man, you think I should do that? I don't know, man. That make you feel good to go. You want to fight with traffic every day? You want to drive 2 hours to San Diego every day? I don't know. It ain't that bad. Okay, cool.
I feel like we had that conversation.
Yes, it's a real conversation, son.
I feel like we had that conversation.
It's a real conversation. It's a real conversation, which led you back to you, which led you into saying, you know what? When I had that conversation, 2 hours driving every day wasn't that bad. And now at this point in my moment, driving 2 hours ain't something I want to do. I get to evolve. It didn't. That's why I'm always so adamant about adding value to the decision you made in that moment. Like it's a real thing. It don't make it a wrong decision. One of the messages, and now I'm gonna shut up for this part. I listened to basically the same message. It's called Abraham Hicks.
Okay.
You're familiar again. Every morning, to the point to where, the first thing I do when my alarm goes off is I pick up my phone, but I pick up my phone, I go to YouTube, and my algorithms are so set up to where literally I just push the first video that comes up. Abraham Hicks every morning. It's the first 15 minutes.
And is it calendar? They're posting new ones out every day?
The YouTube page that I'm listening to now does do a date. So like today's was October 12th as per recording. Tomorrow will be the 13th. So but they're different. And it's all from these kind of seminar type deals that this Abraham Hicks, which is run. It's a long story, but if you go check it out if you're interested. And so every morning I listen, and one of the things that they say is you can never be wrong because you're never done. You can never be wrong because you're never done, and because you're never done, you can never be wrong. Like, I'm always moving. It's cool. I made that decision. That decision didn't work out the way I wanted it to, or didn't work out the way I thought it would. Cool. I get to continue moving. It doesn't stop until you do, which is either a decision or death. I guess it's comical to me because they even refer to death in the physical. Abraham does.
What does that mean? Death in the
This body dies.
Okay.
This body.
And that's when you choose not to grow, or just...
That was one of them, yes. That's what I'm saying. The choosing not to grow either comes in decision. I'm choosing not to grow. I don't want to learn no more. Okay, cool. Or you die, which you don't have the ability to learn anymore in this form. So literally. And so, but because I'm never done, I can never be wrong. And so whatever was done in those moments was probably like most people ain't making decisions looking to mess up.
Yeah. And we always want our decisions to work out the way we want them to work.
Yeah, of course you do. That's why you made it. And then sometimes they don't. And when they don't, this is where, again, the power of questions, the greatness and simplicity lies, is in that moment, I am armed with a tool. You are even armed with a tool, whether or not you remember you have it in your toolbox. What I'm about to tell you is a tool to where if I made a decision, I find myself in a place where this decision didn't work the way I wanted it to work, or it did work, because both are just new moments. Now I'm asking myself three questions. I'm asking myself, what worked, what didn't work, and what do I get to add? When I got to this spot that I didn't want to go to, cool, something worked. What worked? Let me take that. Oh, what worked was my consistency. What worked was my commitment. What worked was my communication. Okay, cool. Second question, what didn't work? I'm in this spot that I don't want to be or doesn't feel good. What worked was these, and these. What didn't work was my ego, my silence. What didn't work was my inconsistency. That didn't work for me, which is why I'm in this place. So now I've taken into consideration what worked, what didn't work, and now what do I get to add?
So I have a question with all that. In that, would you say that allows that space, what didn't work, what worked, what you get to add, it eliminates taking accountability? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Not in that word, no. Because to me, when I hear those, when I ask myself those, that to me assumes all accountability. Like what worked? This is about me. What about me worked? What about who I'm showing up? And again, this is just a question that you know. When I say who I get to be, what worked about who I get to be, my ways of being. Consistency is a way of being. Commitment is a way of being. Communication is probably a behavior that's associated with, but and so now what didn't work was my ego. What does that look like? That shows up as, shoot, I'm going to dim my light because I don't want to be the intimidated say that's my ego talking to me. Like, ego ain't always showing up beating on my chest like I'm big and strong. Ego is also, just come over here and be small for a little bit. Come on over here. That's ego. That's ego. And so that's not working for me. And I've acknowledged that because I've asked myself that question. What's not working is my inconsistency or my lack of communication, which could also be ego, my silence. That's what we do as men. That's what we do as black men. That's what our black men told us. That's what our uncles, our dads, the one teacher you might have had. That's what he told you. Shut down. Don't talk about how you feel. Keep going. Work harder.
I guess that was you definitely made me like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because the way I was thinking about it was making a choice for me in mindset. This is all about me, kind of going back to the bold, but then it's also not in the disrespect of anyone else, but also like, hey, I made that decision. So accountability, like, this is decision based on, this is what I made, thoughts or whatever the case may be. But I wanted to ask you, you mentioned something, moments. So when you hear moments, new moments, what comes to mind? New moments, just with life, what?
Yeah. Moments to me, for me, is a release of time.
Okay.
As we take it, I got my watch on, you got your watch on, we got 35 minutes, we got that. So moments for me are a release of time to where it's not associated with a number, it's associated with a space. And bro, when I say that again, keep my shirt in mind. Like, I'm not being deep and philosophical right here. I'm saying it to a level of simplicity for me, to where a moment could be this moment that we're recording to this moment in life. But it's this release of time, which for me allows me to flow in a way of understanding that moments are moments. I can appreciate them for what they are, no matter how they show up. Whether again,
and that's where I wanted you to go.
And that I'm in this place of simplicity right now, to where I'm literally asking myself two things: does it feel good or does it not feel good? Period. And I'm not talking ego, surface feeling. I'm talking soulful feeling. Does it feel good? Does this feel good to me? And if it does feel good, then I'm gonna do more of that. If it doesn't feel good, I'm gonna do less of that. It's simple, not easy though.
Yeah.
And that's where I am with everything. So again, with moments, me in this space of referring to spaces as moments allows me to appreciate them, allows me to release the time, which now allows me to live in a space and in a place of, what am I getting out of that? What am I learning? Back to the learning. What am I learning? What am I learning, and what have I learned from that moment? So I can apply as I move, and moving ain't always forward.
So, damn,
You said 35 minutes.
So I already knew this was gonna happen. So we're good. But I also want to leave.
Cut it up. I could be episode 1 and 2.
I could. I want to leave this for the viewers in terms of a message that, knowing what we're dealing with in this time, the gaps and the bridges that are being created to influence an opinion, whatever the case may be. What is your arcing message?
Once again, you seamless transition, because we didn't touch on the third word, which is loving.
Okay.
And so you said two different things just now as you were asking, leading into the question. You said the things that are being created. You said the gaps, and then you said the bridges. Mm-hmm. To me, yes, those are two different things. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if they're both being created. I think more gaps than bridges. More gaps are being created than bridges. And for me, is the reason that verbiage stood out to me was because I refer to myself as a bridge. I refer to myself as a connector. So as these gaps are being created, I show up and I bridge those gaps. I connect those gaps.
Okay.
The original bridge was water.
Yeah.
It connected things that wouldn't have been connected.
Yeah.
Right? That's the TED Talk from a few years ago. Now we have things that even take us over the water, because the water can be an obstacle. As much as water is a resource, it can be an obstacle too. So now we've created these bridges that allow us to connect. And so I see myself as a bridge. I see myself as a connector. And so my definition of love, if I'm tapping into that third part of who I am, my definition of love is a commitment to someone else's well-being.
Okay.
A commitment to someone else's well-being, meaning I don't have to like you to love you. You know what I'm saying? I can not like you and still be committed to your well-being. It allows me to be in a place where I'm not talking about family love where it's supposed to happen, or romantic love which takes a moment to happen. It's I can walk past somebody on the street and genuinely say I love you. Why? Because I'm committed to their well-being, and I'm committed to what they want for them, not what I want for them. And that shows up. And so think about, when you think about love and family, let's talk family and romantic, family specifically. Like, first off, there's a whole bunch of us that have family members that I don't like.
That is true.
Right?
Very.
But I do love you.
Yeah.
I do love you. I can still be committed to your well-being, even though I don't like you. And then the other part to that is, the love doesn't have to show up in agreement. Love doesn't mean I agree with you. Love doesn't mean that love means that I accept you. Yeah. I accept that there's some differences. I don't have to agree to accept. I don't have to agree to align. We can still be aligned and still not agree. Yeah. But it's rooted in this place of acceptance and alignment over the agreement. And again, I think the world that we live in, because of the gaps that are being created, is so, I'm on this side or you're on that side. It don't matter whether it's political or religious or whatever, sexual orientation. Like, it don't matter. It don't, like, these bridges these gaps and who I am is, I am a bridge that connects people who wouldn't have typically been connected.
Yeah.
So now, rather than being dim in my light because I'm a 6'8" black dude, I'm walking in like the sun. I'm the 6'8" black dude. Guess who I am? I can talk to this group of people over here and this group of people over here who they wouldn't have talked if it wasn't for me.
Well, with that being said, we're going to close it off. I appreciate it.
No doubt. My dude.
Thank you.
Man, come on, man.
My head's sweaty.
It don't matter.
It's hot in here.
It don't matter.
With that being said, why be negative?
Yeah.
70% of the world is water. 70% of our bodies are water. Water is one of the most transformational elements in our universe. Water is the essence of life. Water teaches us things. If we can learn from water, we can learn to accept ourselves more fully and thus participate and be more full in the world. Water impacts and shapes the physical world, much like the events we go through shape our lives. Water has always been a connection point. It was the first form of transportation. It connected land masses that were thousands of miles apart and thus connected people as well. Water is still a connection. It connects us to our lives. It connects us to our past and allows us to be able to flow into our future. I can't swim. I grew up next to one of the Great Lakes and I can't swim. Now, I know how not to drown, which often means stand in the shallow end of the pool where I can stand flat-foot. I played 2 seasons of my professional career in Cairns, Australia, home of the Great Barrier Reef. That's where Nemo got his journey started, for those of you that are unfamiliar. Towards the end of my 2nd season, I felt the water calling me. I decided to do something totally outrageous, totally out my comfort zone. Snorkel. Now, before you laugh at me too much, like a 6'8" scuba Steve, remember, you're talking about a kid that hasn't spent much time in water deeper than a bathtub. And now I find myself navigating and interacting with thousands of fish and underwater life. It was captivating. It was one of the first times that I realized the significance of water in my life.